My heart leaps with gratitude to welcome my beloved brother and ally of the great work, Lance, into not only the lives of the viewers, but the lives of Pachamama's dreaming ways. Thank you for showing up, my good brother, on this good day.
Thank
Aing Punchao Waikicha. So let us dive deep and broadly into your experience heeding the call to serve the Pachacuti Mesa tradition of cross-cultural, shamanic, heartfelt living in the world. I have a couple of questions for you, my good brother.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So the first question I have is, what initially drew you to the practice of Pachacuti Mesa tradition shamanic arts?
Well, it has to be Amy, my beloved, who studied with you. And yeah, she was really into this amazing practice. And we have this compacto with each other that if one of us is off doing some weird, learning or studying or esoteric doing, that the other person has to at least try it out, because we just need to stay in, like, we need to grow together. And that's been one of our agreements as we've been going through time. And I've always been interested in witch doctors and shamanism. Even as a little boy, this was like on my mind. I was fascinated with witch doctors. And as I grew up, I was more and more interested in becoming, I kind of like left the esoteric world and entered into a more mainstream materialist kind of way of seeing. Like, I'm talking about when I'm like 12, 13. I'm like, there is no God, because I was in Hebrew school. And I was like, there is no guy with a white beard. This is ridiculous. When we die, we just die. There's no afterlife. There's no spirit. And I remember like staying up at night studying like the eyeball and like anatomy and being really fascinated with medicine. And then I had an out-of-body experience spontaneously when I was about 14. And the next morning, I began this like pretty much till now lifelong journey into the esoteric and occult and learning about what happened and what that was, and my shift from Western medicine focused to more holistic medicine. And so I've been doing healing work for about 30 years almost. Different kinds of things, Reiki, acupuncture. I'm a big lover of meditation, and also like kind of stepping into the esoteric. So that's just a little backstory. But when Amy was doing your work, I was really interested and curious, and also like I was just wanted to see what she was up to. And so I did a retreat with you in North Carolina, and I fell in love with you. And I wasn't sure what anything was about. I didn't know. It was the first time I set up a mesa, but I just knew that I wanted to spend time with you and learn from you and receive your wisdom. So that was the entry point, and I just feel so blessed that I got have an opportunity, and still do, to have this close relationship with you.
What a story indeed, my good friend. And thank you for showing up to that fateful meeting at the mountain in North Carolina.
Yeah.
For when I saw you and realized and recognized and acknowledged the work that you had done before stepping into that room, and how perfectly suited you were to carry this lineage forward and represent it in good way. And now you are a sanctioned teacher, which makes my heart dance with joy. Thank you. In sacred relationship, we remain.
Great shirt.
A gift from you, my brother, perfect color. So I love knowing, which I did not know before, about that out of body experience that prompted you to explore these alternate realities. That is the case with many of our good brothers and sisters that are called to this path. They break through the veil to the other side and realize that life is about transformation and exploration and self discovery. So that brings me to my second question for you, my brother. In what significant manner has your life changed, evolved, or transformed as a result of becoming a sanctioned Pachacuti Mesa tradition teacher?
I mean, I'm just like so much more fancy now that I'm a sanctioned teacher. Um, but I think you've said it, and other teachers say it too. It's like when you really want to learn something, teach it. And so that's really been what this process is. I go into the apprenticeship trainings being an absolute beginner and not knowing, and it's just an amazing way to deepen into my relationship with the tradition and with my spiritual life. I would say that the tradition itself, the most impact that it's had has been my relation, like just enhancing my relationships, both, the seen and unseen, excuse me, relationships. And this concept of Aini, you know. And so this has put me in touch deeper with the land, with plants, with animals, and with people, and just coming into a balance with my life. And that's what I'm striving to do, just really come into a balance with a sacred relationship with the world around me. So that's been the most impact from the tradition, and the deepening and just enriching from the tradition itself through teaching.
Where does the experience of being part of our sacred community of like-hearted earthwalkers fit into your transformation? In other words, do you derive nurturance and sustenance from having relationships of the level that are cultivated within our hoops? Can you speak a little
Well,
bit about that?
yeah, I mean, it's not often that you can have very esoteric conversations or relationships with others in our culture these days. So this is an opportunity for me to be my, self-proclaimed weird self with other people, and really to be my authentic self as much as I can around others in relationship. So that's really important to me. And then the other piece is I realize that I've been very interested and have been about creating community. And so it's amazing being part of this established community of um, Pachacuti Mesa carriers. And it's also amazing having the opportunity to continue to build that community in my local area with other people who are looking for community, looking for a more spiritual life, looking to deepen into the esoteric, looking to fill the void that comes with not having that spiritual relationship and spiritual community. And so that's one of my favorite things. And I'm always thinking, like, how can I build, how can I enhance and just help create and hold space for this beautiful emergence of people in relationship and in community in this way.
Well, my heart again leaps with joyous gratitude for your showing up, because just the fact that you found your way into not only my life, which I'm delighted about, but into the lives of our community, bringing everything that you have done in the past and merging it with the PMT is really important medicine, my brother. And I don't say this lightly, but you are an extraordinary individual that has an amazing ability to feel deeply and tune in to what's missing in the lives of others and in a unassuming manner, model it yourself for others to follow. So I thank you so much. I've learned so much from you. You've healed me in so many ways also individually with your other medicine ways, such as acupuncture and love. And I'm just thrilled that we're part of the great work master team
Mm.
that is being manifested on this good earth. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we bid farewell and cast our souls to the service path of the PMT?
I just also I feel just so grateful to have you in my life. I feel really lucky. Um, and wow, wow. That's all.
WOW.
I love you so much.
Weird ontological wisdom or wise ontological weirdness is part of the game because we have to explore those edges in which what is still not recognized as part of our human dowry of spiritual powers and virtues um, can be manifested as an earth walk in service to our entire planetary species, not only humankind. And you exemplify that beautifully, my brother. So thanks again for showing up. Thank you for teaching already the classes that you've taught, the apprenticeships with your beloved partner, Sirena, Amy. And let's continue to grow, evolve, and teach love by the way we live.
Thank you, Don Oscar.